Antarctica. They're opening the abyss.
Ice scientists are penguins, and I think in the context of Dr. Ash, if you've been following our Antarctica obsession, Dr. Ash is a geobiologist, not a real job, but also an astrobiologist. She's a space scientist. Mm-hmm. She's a space person, but they're sending her down there to discover
find evidence for the first time. Yes,
they were looking for conclusive evidence that climate change is affecting Antarctica, which we've been told we already have conclusive evidence, but of course, Antarctic scientists deny that. So they're sending down some sort of alien person to go check it out. So with that context, here's an article from space.com. Headline: Black Moon Solar Eclipse Looks Otherworldly in Stunning Images. They changed the headline, I think, but that's okay. While much of a rare solar eclipse Saturday, that was April 30th, stunned viewers across Antarctica, the southern tip of South America, and Pacific and Atlantic Oceans. While much of the partial solar eclipse of April 30th took place in remote areas, live cameras on Earth and satellites in space allowed people around the world to witness the moon, blocking as much as 64% of the sun. The solar eclipse happened during a black moon, which is the second new moon in a single month. Heliophysicists, not a real job, heliophysicist C. Alex Young.
You're harsh on these people, man.
These are not real jobs. These are real jobs. Heliophysicist C. Alex Young, the associate director for science in the heliophysics, not a real science division at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center, broadcast several screenshots of a timeanddate.com live stream, which show a gorgeous, seemingly distorted sun with a bite taken out of it. The eclipse was broadcast from numerous locations across the viewing area, and as Young said in one of his tweets, there are bonus sunspots available to look at after an explosive month from our sun. The sun generated several X-class, parenthetical, very strong, flares as it slowly moves towards its peak of solar activity in 2025. And they have a list of tweets here. The eclipse was also visible from space via a satellite named Gonz 16. The satellite charts lightning, severe storms, and solar activity on behalf of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA. While NOAA's Twitter feed was not active over the weekend, the satellite broadcast footage via the Gonz image viewer website, and attentive viewers caught views of the eclipse near real time from space. NASA said at least part of the eclipse was visible in Chile, Argentina, most of Uruguay, western Paraguay, southwestern Bolivia, southeastern Peru, and a small area of southwestern Brazil. Some well-known cities or regions with views of the eclipse included Buenos Aires. Here's just a list of places, in case anybody didn't know. Buenos Aires, the Falkland Islands, Machu Picchu, Montevideo, and Santiago, Chile, according to Unitarium.com. Also, at least one cruise was active in the eclipsing region via EclipseTours.com. The next solar eclipse, also a partial one, will occur on October 25th, etc., etc., etc. So the black moon, Gonz, can be seen from Antarctica, and there just happened to have been a cruise. Now this, I don't know why, but for some reason, cruising and Antarctica are integrally connected.
Oh, yeah.
And there is this place on the internet called EclipseTours.com where, there is no such thing as too many adventures, EclipseTours.com says. Ring of Fire Expeditions is the longest consecutive astronomical tour organization in the United States, specializing in astrotourism. since 1970.
I'm telling you, man, you're gonna just add Astro to everything.
Everything. Astro cruises, man. So basically, it's a cruise line that takes you. Well, it's a tour. It's a travel organization that they base their travels on like where you can see space stuff. Coincidentally, they don't take you to space like Bezos can do. But anyways, it's a good time. I think that there's something going on here, Gonz. The Black Moon happens to be passing by as Dr. Ash is going down to make contact with the Evercube or whatever.
Yeah, a week after the CERN firing up again. There's all kinds of stuff. Timing-wise happening as we speak. Yeah, and there's a lot of different screenshots of this black moon. And one of the screenshots from Argentina, I don't know what it is, but just the way it looks, it's really blurry. It doesn't look great. The moon looks like it's just in our atmosphere, just floating above the clouds. As it it doesn't look right. Like the whole angle, it looks more like a thing that would block out the sun rather than what we're told about where the moon is. So I don't know what's going on.
The old, what do they call it? How do the flat earthers describe the moon? It's illuminated from within.
Oh, self-illuminating?
Self-illuminating tract.
Right.
Orb or something.
Yeah. It's
I don't mean to misrepresent. I just literally can't remember how it's described. But
yeah, it's just, I don't know. The whole thing looks, obviously, whatever. People can see it, and then lots of footage of it.
That's no moon.
Well, that's not the only weird thing here's the deal. I've been mentioning how Antarctica has been just all over the news feed in the last few weeks. My thing just you've noticed, Basil, the number of Antarctica related stories.
Said this every episode.
I know,
I'm
in
aware,
the last 2 or 3. So we're going to focus in on the major one, but this major one here is from the Weather Channel.
Dun, dun, dun.
Anytime we hear from the Weather Channel, we know.
The lizard people are up to something.
Yeah. The headline: melting ice may have revealed Uncharted Island in Antarctica. Ooh. Uncharted Island
revealed.
Yeah. I thought there was more text to this, but apparently there's not.
It's just moved on. Wait, can we click into it? What happened?
Where did the know what
actual article go?
It just turned into a video with text over it. And
oh, no.
I don't even know if there's music to this thing. Hold on. Let's see if there's music.
Let's find something else.
Dun, 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 dun. Land ho! Melting sea ice reveals a mystery in Antarctica.
A mystery?
Satellite images show a white mound near the Glenzer and Conger ice shelves. Conger, that's the big one, right? That people are complaining about melting?
Mm-hmm, that's the one that just collapsed.
Yeah. Okay. Let's show some satellite images. God view. It appeared as the surrounding ice broke apart between 1989 and 2022. Oh, gee. Okay, yeah, very dramatic.
It's been a long reveal, slow reveal.
Slow rollout of the island there.
So,
scientists believe it may be an ice island, a heavy cap of ice attached to an underwater peak.
Wow.
Okay.
Incredible.
Amazing. It's cold, there's ice. Similar features have emerged from the Larsen B and Pine Island ice shelves. Got it. Cool. Some more photos from Godview. And more may appear as a warning climate melts away Antarctica's glaciers.
Oh, there it is.
Big piece of ice falling into the ocean.
Yeah. I did find a different article about this. Pointing towards South America like an icy finger.
Oh, right. Yes, the icy finger, yeah.
The icy finger. We've got the magma finger, and now we've got an icy finger.
Oh, no. I don't want you to play.
This is fun. This fun noise. This week, all that melting ice left behind a surprise that could change maps of the region permanently. An uncharted island, long buried in ice, but finally visible above sea level for the first time. Researchers with the International Thwaites Glacier Offshore Research Project discovered the island earlier this week.
Oh no, you froze.
Small island.
You froze for a second.
What?
It got too cold.
Oh no. I don't know where it was, but that's okay. The small island is about 1,150 feet long, 350 meters, and mostly covered in ice, but rises from the sea with a layer of brown rock, distinct from surrounding glaciers and icebergs. After making a brief landfall, the researchers confirmed that the island is made of volcanic granite. It's the magna finger, Gonz. The magma finger has created a volcanic granite island and even hosts a few resident seals. According to expedition member James Marshalek, a doctoral student at Imperial College London, there is no other rocky outcropping like this visible for more than 40 miles in any direction. The researchers tentatively named the uncharted outcropping Sif Island, S-I-F Island, after a Norse goddess associated with the Earth. Exciting as the discovery is, the island's sudden appearance is almost certainly a direct effect of the widespread glacial melt that has become typical in Antarctica in the past decade.
Climate change.
Glacial melt, the widespread glacial melt, even though last year they had more ice than the previous 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sarah Slack, a member of the expedition and middle school science teacher in Brooklyn, New York, wrote in a blog post. So again, the only evidence that they can write about the, climate change killing Antarctica does not come from Antarctic scientists. It comes from a middle school teacher's blog post. Okay? We just have to point this out every single time, because any time that they talk about climate change in Antarctica, it is not from an Antarctic scientist. And it's not in an official science paper. In this case, it's from a middle school science teacher's blog post. Nothing against middle school science teachers, nothing against blog posts, but you just can't find a single Antarctic scientist with a published research paper. No, you can't. You got to take it from the blog. Quote, at first we thought maybe an iceberg had become lodged in an outcropping years ago and then melted. This is the blog, by the way. Enough to expose the underlying rock, Slack wrote on February 26th. Quote, but now we think that the ice on the island was once a part of Pine Island Glacier ice shelf, a massive field of floating ice that extends out, so blah, 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 blah. Using satellite images from Google Earth, expedition member Peter Neff made a time-lapse model showing how the ice shelf's steady retreat since 2011 left Sif Island detached and alone in Pine Island Bay. From above, the dollop of ice looks like just another lonely iceberg. Now that its island status has been confirmed. Island status. How do I get island status? That
island
sounds like
boy.
Has been confirmed. Further study of Sif could reveal how the region's rocky underbelly will continue responding to climate change.
Oh my gosh. I think they've got to be calling the emergence of the Nephilim from the abyss as climate change.
They got it. The magma
There's like
finger.
no other explanation of no, the science doesn't match, but it's climate change. It's all melting. I know, but it's not melting. But
no, that's from a middle school science teacher's blog post. But okay,
I really wish it was Sith, though. Not Sith.
I
with
know.
an F. So close.
S-H-S-I-T-H. It's likely that the island emerged. It's likely emerged due to a process called glacial rebound. Lindsay Prothero, a glacial geologist, not a real job, at Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi, who was not involved with the expedition, told Nature.com. When glacial ice melts, it relieves pressure on the underlying continent. In response, the continent may rebound or rise up higher than it previously was. Rise up, Antarctica.
Rebound.
Rise.
Don't worry about the breakup. You'll rebound. Oh no, did I completely lose Basil?
It's unclear whether rebound hastens or slows the rate at which ice shelves break apart. Oh, it's unclear, is it? Okay. Hopefully, further study of Sif Island could provide some clues. The team's expedition is due to end on March 25th. After that, a full analysis of Sif Island rock samples can commence. All right, Gonz, we got something to look forward to. That's one thing I love about...
It says March 25th. Is that next year?
It's not. See, you know me. I always get March and May mixed up.
Okay, so May 25th. Okay.
Yeah, when was this? This came out in Gonzo.
What?
You made a whoopsie doodles.
I did?
Yeah, it's February 28th, 2020. This article came out.
The one that I shared?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I forgot I found my own one.
Yeah.
Why did I get so focused? I gotta stop taking so much Dayquil. Oh my gosh, I was just in a zone, man.
I was gonna say, like,
this was not the article.
No.
You're right. No, I just lost my mind and went off on this article that I did not mean to bring to the show. Shoot. Well, anyways, there you go. Sif Island. Gotta love it.
Well, let me just, let's land the plane with this one. Straight from Antarctica.gov.au, Australian Antarctic Program. And the headline here, this is published today, May 2nd. Australia to lifts Antarctic cleanup efforts. I thought we're trying to preserve the petri dish. I didn't know we had to go down there and clean it.
Yeah, what is there to clean up?
Scientists are preparing for the largest ever Australian-led environmental cleanup of Antarctica. Over the coming years, field teams equipped with drones, steam-driven ice drills, and field analytical equipment will be deployed to each of Australia's Antarctic and sub-Antarctic research stations to assess the extent, risk, and impact of legacy waste and contamination. Australian Antarctic Division Principal Environmental Toxicologist Dr. Catherine King said the program aims to better understand the environment at risk, prioritize sites for cleanup what? I don't know. And help determine what tools and technologies will eventually be needed for the job. Quote, over the next 5 years, contaminated sites across Australia's Antarctic territory will be examined, including the
Contaminated with what?
I don't know. Let's keep reading. Quote, this is about understanding what is there and the effects it's having on the local Antarctic environment. What is there? What is a black goo fountain? What's happening
here? They don't know. It sounds like they don't even know what's there. They're just spending money to go see what is there.
Then
we got to clean up something.
Then, based on environmental risks, prioritizing which sites need to be addressed first, all the while making sure we don't make the situation worse. Don't anger the Leviathan. Might make more of a mess. Samples and data from extensive fieldwork will then be analyzed by the Australian Antarctic Division in Tasmania in collaboration with Tasmanian Devil, in collaboration with research partners throughout Australia and internationally. This increased ability will add to efforts already underway at Casey research stations. Bacteria does dirty work. It gets into some other stuff here, but yeah, I don't know. Dealing with water
They're not
woes?
saying what they're cleaning up. So wasn't it, man, we do so many Antarctica things now. I'm trying to remember.
know.
So there was a big push in the Australian government. Okay, let me see if I can piece this together.
I think I know what it is. I think I know what they're talking about.
All right.
Okay.
What is it?
It says here, the end game. It says the project is expected to wrap up in the next 3 years once all 4 sites are cleaned up around the station. I think they're what they maybe mean is, these research stations were cleaning them out, or were whatever, or retooling.
What, like You mean, what's the contamination, though?
I don't know. Contaminated with rust and oldness?
Okay, so here's some things that we know that we've found out while following this. China is trying to encroach on Australia's claim to Antarctica. Part of that was because if you have a claim down there, you have to do something with it. And I don't know exactly what it is, but through my experience with other claims, like doing silver claims or gold claims or whatever, if you don't do anything with it, then somebody else can come in and take it. And so I'm not 100% familiar.
You're saying
with,
it's kind of a land claim type of thing?
Well, we know this. We know that China has been encroaching on Australia's Antarctica claim.
Right.
And Australia doesn't like it. And then pretty much immediately after that, Australia, they committed a bunch of money. They committed like $1 billion or something to doing stuff on their claim. And I don't think they have anything to do. So they're just like, yeah, we're going to go clean it up.
It says...
clean it up from what? I don't know. We're going to go look. That's why we need these drills.
Here's what it says. A team of Australian scientists, aided by some microscopic allies, are continuing to clean up blitz on historical fuel spills in Antarctica. This summer marks 11 years since the mission began to remediate contaminated soil at Casey Research Station. To the untrained eye, biopiles simply look like massive mounds of dirt, but beneath the surface, a brigade of native Antarctic bacteria feast on fuel. The process can be slow going, as the bugs will only find their appetite over summer once the soil of the biopile is given a stir. Okay.
So why are you wanting to take away the yummy fuel for the bio? That is interesting. Those same bacteria scientists have been working on using for oil spills, like in the ocean.
Right. So this is more of a anti-oil type of play.
Maybe. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, man. It is very weird.
It is weird. And yeah, the Australia side of it, the ties to China. Oil. Yeah, what are you doing, man?
What are you doing spilling all that oil?
Yeah, well, like I said, maybe it's not oil. Maybe it's just a black goo fountain.